All right, welcome back to another episode. It's been about a week since my last talk. I'll spare you guys the excuses. I have been busy, but that doesn't mean I should just stop doing what I love to do, right? I've just gotten caught up. I've gotten sped up with trying to balance a lot of different things, and it just feels like the weeks kind of pass me by, and that's unfortunate because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy taking the time and slowing down to think some of this stuff through and articulate it with you guys. And that's kind of the basis of this week's talk, is slowing down in order to speed up, right? A lot of the time we just kind of blast through our weeks, our months, just our semesters. We're college students, right? We just are on go. We're on go mode every second of every day, and it's in this state that life just kind of passes us by. And I've found in myself that I get too focused on the big picture stuff, and I'm kind of zoomed out, and I'm looking at long-term goals, and I've got to have this done, I've got to have this figured out, I got to do this in order to do this, and this is 6 months from now, and you start thinking about that. While this is very helpful stuff to think about. I don't want to diminish the importance of long-term strategical thinking. What I want to focus on is the importance of not getting caught up in that, and still finding ways and finding the time to enjoy the little things, enjoy the small things, the daily pursuits, the minute details. Don't get so bogged down with the big picture, and still find time to enjoy the little things. And that's where my mind's been at recently, trying to be, at least, because I've caught myself just in this perpetual almost fight or flight, just super anxious. I always feel like I have to be doing something. I know I talked about this in the last episode, but it's a very applicable theme of my life right now, is I just feel like I have to go. Just, I'm always on edge. I'm wired. I need to just get out of this sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, and relax. Just breathe. Take a moment to enjoy where you're at, enjoy the process. I talked about it last episode, but I would go back to it. Being process driven rather than results driven. It's crucial, and just doing the little things right daily, that takes care of the big picture stuff. I mean, we're not able to see that far into the future, but we have to be able to trust that doing things right day in and day out will take care of the stuff down the road. And I'm trying. It's hard to think like that, but I'm really trying to. And I hope me saying this helps you guys do that as well. Another thing I've noticed is this almost illusion of productivity that I create. And I say illusion because I just invent these things that I need to do, and in order to hide from what actually needs to get done, right? The real important things. So, for example, there are tests I have to take, weekly tests for school, blah, 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 that I have to study for. I don't want to study for, right? There are other things that I want to do with my time. And so what will I do in the evening when I get off of work? Instead of studying for these tests, I'm like, okay, I have to go run 7 miles. I have to go do something super challenging. I have to move my body before I do this, which is not true at all. That's not what's happening at all. I'm inventing this challenge that I feel I have to conquer in order to just hide from the real priorities. Like my priorities are skewed right now, is what I'm trying to say. And this is not just with school. It can be in anything. Like I'll do some shit to avoid a conversation, or I'll do the dishes to avoid this, or whatever. There's 1,000 different ways you can apply this. Just inventing challenges that don't exist to run from things that need to be done. This illusion of productivity, and I need to get out of that frame of thinking that I'm in right now and just rewire my priorities. Essentially, this illusion of productivity doesn't lead anywhere. It's busyness without direction. It's just running in circles, when the real productivity is when you slow down, you take the time to listen, to understand what the real priorities are, and then you can attack them systematically and efficiently. And that's what I'm best at. Once I get on these tasks, I can just bang, 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 do it. Just wired, but you just have to locate them and put a target on them and just destroy them. I'm capable of doing that. I just have to find them, essentially. So I found when I'm in this constant state of go, 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 I'm in this perpetual anxious state of something always has to get done, whether that's personal, professional, educational, whatever. I feel like this is what leads me to be burnt out occasionally. You know, my motivation and my inspiration kind of waxes and wanes. You know, it comes and goes, and it comes in spurts, and when it does, it's I feel like I can conquer the fucking world, and when it leaves, I'm there's just general apathy, and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. And so the key is to find balance, because when you're burning the candle at both ends, when I'm just go, 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 all gas, no brakes, that's when the burnout comes. So striking a balance, you slow down, be intentional with what you want, and avoiding this burnout. Because I mean, I've seen this burnout in every facet of my life, with school, with my fitness, with working out, with whether it's lifting or running or swimming or whatever it is. I will just hit it hard for 3 or 4 weeks, and then I will just crash and burn and be a fat ass for however long it takes me to get back on the wagon, when it would be so much more productive, and you know, the long-term growth would be a lot more steady if I just took a more reasonable approach to it. And I'm just able to, if I'd be able to zoom out more, because if I zoom out, the graph would look like that, right? But I'm so zoomed in, my graph looks like that. And you know, sometimes I'm up here, sometimes I'm down here, sometimes I'm climbing. It's hard to keep track of. But if I zoom out, it's just slow improvement. You know, 1% better every day, right? That's the goal. And it's hard to see that when you're so bogged down, right? You're so anxious. And I think that anxiety about the future takes away from the joys of the present, right? So the results take care of themselves so long as you take care of the little things, the daily tasks, what you know you should take care of, but you might not be. Those problems, those tasks, you tackle those, and the big picture stuff takes care of itself, essentially. So now let's talk practical. Let's get down to brass tacks. What am I doing to slow down in order to speed up? What am I doing to become more intentional with how I'm spending my time and my efforts, right? So this is the big thing. I talk about this all the time, and I will continue to talk about it. You have to journal. You literally have to. I mean, it's as close to a non-negotiable as it gets. When I wake up in the morning, I write. It's the first thing I do. I sit down here at this desk right here, and I just write. And even if I have nothing to say, I will literally write on the page, I have nothing to say. I will write that until something comes up, and then I just run with it. Just go. And whatever comes up, whatever materializes, perfect. That's what I'm thinking about subconsciously, consciously. Just get it all out. Don't bury it. Don't suppress it. Put it on the page, because that untangles the thread that swims around up there. Okay, that's in my experience, at least. That's how I look at it. So you have to journal. You have to clarify what your goals are, what your aspirations are, what you're doing now, what you're not doing, what you should be doing. Basically, where you're at, where you want to be. And that allows you to connect those dots and see what needs to be done. And writing, it kind of fleshes out your thought processes. It might even show you how messy they are and how tangled everything is. It breeds a lot of clarity. That's what I found. So write every day, write every night, write whenever you feel like it. Whenever you have a bunch of stuff swimming around up there, get it out. Get it out of there, so that makes room for other things. More constructive ideas, more ideas how to progress. Okay, so journal, non-negotiable. That is step 1. Step 2 is to enjoy the little things. Right? Stay grounded in the present moment. We've talked about this many times. When you are, I shouldn't say you, I mean, when I say you, I really mean me. When we are anxious and we ruminate about the future and uncertainty, we lose sight of the present moment and what's actually important. And we forget to give thanks and have gratitude for what we have in the present moment, right? Call your mom, tell her that you love her. Call your siblings, call your friends, tell your girlfriend you love her, tell your boyfriend you love him, whatever it is. Gratitude, express it in the journal, write down what you're thankful for. And it's so grounding. It just brings you back to center. If you're off keel, I've found it brings you back. So enjoy the little things, enjoy the grass between your toes, go outside, feel the sun, take a walk with headphones, with a podcast, without, whatever. No music though. That's my rule, at least. No music. Could do a podcast, or just raw dog it and just talk to yourself. I've done that before. Literally just do a voice memo and just talk and see what happens. That's essentially what I'm doing right now. That's kind of tangential, but regardless, enjoy the little things. Don't be so caught up in the big picture stuff and the future and what is going to happen. I mean, that takes away from the joys of the present. The third thing is taking these intentional rests instead of working so hard. We just collapse, right? These intentional rest days. It doesn't have to be a whole day. I like to do it in the morning, specifically weekend mornings. I have intentional slow mornings on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where I don't even take my phone off the charger till at least an hour after I get out of bed. That is imperative. Like I said, I wake up, I come right here and I write a couple pages on what's going on, and then I read. And I just think that breeds so much clarity. I go outside, I take a walk around the neighborhood. Sometimes I'll run. It's been so fucking hot recently, I haven't done much running, even in the morning, which is ridiculous. But take a walk around the neighborhood, get the blood moving, stretch, wake up your body, wake up your mind, and that gives you time to think and think clearly, which is important. So taking these intentional pauses rather than working yourself into the ground and collapsing from fatigue and from burnout. And when you do this, when you take this time to think, you're making informed decisions rather than reacting. You become proactive rather than reactive. You identify what is holding you back, what you could be doing better, rather than these things being the reason for your demise, right? They don't catch you off guard. You've identified them and you have the ability to destroy them now that you've located them. So that's where my head's been at recently. I'm glad I got to come on here and kind of articulate this stuff with you. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully it wasn't just a bunch of mumbled jargon, tangents and whatnot. I also hope this window behind me isn't kind of fucking up the quality of this video. Who knows? But anyway, that's what I've got. What else is new? What am I reading? I'm reading Lonesome Dove. Oh my god. Literally, this might be the best book I think I've ever read. I'm only about a third of the way through it. It's like 850 pages. It is so good. I I cannot put it down. It's a historical fiction set in the cowboys, Indians, unsettled Texas, Mexico. That era is so good. And these two Texas Rangers are doing they're retired. They're I don't know, 50, 60. They're old men now, but they are doing a cattle drive from Texas to Montana, and it just kind of follows them along the way. And the plot is perfect. The pacing is perfect. The characters, the character development is fantastic. The way the author just paints the pictures of these characters is perfect. And the author's prose, the way he writes his stories and dialogue, it's incredible. I believe it's Larry McMurtry. So good. I can't recommend it enough. And I can't put it down. That's what I'm reading right now, and I'm flying through it. I love it. So that's what I'm reading. I'm gonna keep you guys updated because I'm an avid reader. Love to read, and so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I think that's all I've got for this video. Thank you very much for listening and for tuning in and taking the time. I mean, seriously, that's important. You guys took the time to watch this video. I really appreciate that. If you enjoyed it, drop a like, drop a comment, anything you want me to talk about next, leave it in the comments and send this to somebody who might need to hear it, because that's my goal, right? I want to help people. I want to help myself. I talk about these things that I'm struggling with or have struggled with in the past, and in hopes to bring clarity to, other people's situations. If they are also struggling with it, maybe I can offer an alternative perspective and bring some help where I can, right? So that's all I've got. Thank you very much for listening, and be sure to subscribe.